The Love in My Heart and Other Stories. This book belongs to Sage and Rowan. The Love in My Heart by Tim Bugbird and Nadine Wickenden. Big and Boo were resting after bouncing in the forest all day. They were a long way from home, and Boo was very tired. "I don't think I can make it all the way back to the burrow," said Boo. "My paws are just too sore." Big smiled and took Boo's hand. Well, I know you can. And do you know why?" said Big. "Because with love in our hearts, we can do anything." As they walked, Big began to explain. "The love in our hearts could scent every flower. The love in our hearts could cloak every tree. There's no doubt in my mind we could fill every river with ripples of love all the way to the sea. The love that we share could paint us a rainbow, with plenty left over to light up the sky. And the love in our hearts could cap every mountain with soft snowy blankets of caring piled high. The love in our hearts could change thunder to song, and carpet a pathway no matter how long. The love in our hearts could turn gray skies to blue. With love, we can do anything, just me and you." And before they knew it, Big and Boo were home, snuggled up in their cozy burrow. "I love you," whispered Big, but Boo was sound asleep. The end. Next story, Little Ted's Big Heart. In a beautiful forest with trees everywhere, there lived the most friendly and kind-hearted bear. Each day, little Ted scampered off to have fun and play with his friends in the warm summer sun. So one evening, young Ted tried to think of a way to show all his friends that he loved them each day. "I'll build something special," decided the bear, "that rabbit and squirrel and owl can all share." He thought, "I shall make something bigger than big, a towering heart made of flowers and twigs." He gathered some tree bark and branches bundles too, then stuck them together with honeycomb glue. Then he painted and plaited and knitted and weaved to cover the branches in flowers and leaves. "Hurrah!" cried Ted. Once the heart was complete. "It's the tallest of tall and the sweetest of sweet." He tied it with ribbon and picked up the ends, then dragged the big heart up the hill to his friends. "I've made you a gift," cried the sweet little bear. "This heart is to show you all how much I care." "It's lovely," gasped the owl. "It's big," Rabbit said, and shy little Squirrel just beamed up at Ted. May I take it first? Hooted Owl to the rest. This heart will look beautiful up in my nest. So he pulled and he pecked and he tugged at the gift, but the flowery heart was too heavy to lift. So Rabbit piped up, "Let's give my home a try," and the friends dragged the heart to her burrow nearby. But the heart was too big and the burrow so small that the friends couldn't push the heart down there at all. So Shy Little Squirrel squeaked, "What about me? Perhaps it won't fit, but perhaps it will fit in my hole in the tree." But the hollow had hundreds of acorns inside. There just wasn't room for a heart of that size. Poor Ted, it cried, "It's hopeless. The heart is too tall. This gift that I've made is of no use at all." But Owl said, "Don't worry," and gave Ted a hug. "The real gift is knowing your heart is full of love." But then the whole heart wobbled and started to sway as a huge gust of wind blew the whole thing away. "Oh no!" cried out Ted, and he started to dash as they heard in the distance a heart-breaking crash. But then Ted got closer, and could it be true? The broken-off pieces were all heart-shaped too. "They're perfect!" cried Ted, as he gathered them all. "There are some for each friend, and they're lovely and small." His friends were delighted and thanked the young bear, and soon all their houses had hearts everywhere. So Ted learned that sometimes the best gifts of all could be lovely and thoughtful without being tall. The end. Last story, Sweet Dreams. As the sun begins to set and the curtain of night draws across the sky, the world prepares to sleep. Butterfly flutters home. Woodpecker knocks at her house. And the flowers curl up their pretty petals. Everywhere is quiet and calm, and ready to drift gently away. Except inside a cozy burrow, a young chipmunk was wide awake. "I'm not tired," cried Little Zig, yawning. "Oh, Little Zig," said Big, smiling warmly, "when you sleep, the greatest adventure is out there waiting for you. We call it the Land of Dreams." "Really?" said Little Zig, excitement shining in his eyes. So Little Zig listened while Big began. "In our dreams we'll wake the sun and tell the world our days begun. We'll paint the sky and start anew, for here there's nothing we can't do. In our dreams, a tiny seed can give us everything we need. The whole wide world is ours to see. A playground just for you and me. The nuts that fall around our feet can soon become a special treat. And one thing you can bet for sure, in our dreams there's more in store. When raindrops fall, they break the rules and transform into glistening jewels. The birds' songs float from up on high and weave the sweetest lullaby. While spider's web is always near to keep us safe and catch our fears. And every time we close our eyes, our dreams will bring a new surprise. Little Zig was sound asleep. Big smiled and kissed him on the forehead. "Good night, Little Zig. he whispered. Sweet dreams. The end.